guys, so a question that I get a lot, and this is tip number 3. I do get a lot of questions about what the difference in a CC cream and a liquid foundation are. So a CC cream is just a lighter coverage. It's more of like a concealer for your face. If you're applying concealer all over your face, you shouldn't be doing that. You need to be using a CC cream for that. So this is just a color corrector. Now this is the lightest shade that we have. It's very light. This is Mary Kay. It also has an SPF of 15 in it, which paired that hand in hand with our foundation primer. And you get a little decent bit of coverage. I've burned on my body and not my face before just having those two things on. Now this, our 3D Time Wise Matte Wear Foundation. Now it is a medium to full coverage. You can get a lighter coverage, and the way that that works is based on what tool you use. So if you use a beauty blender, beauty sponge, whatever you call it, it's going to give you like a light coverage. If you keep building on it, you can get up to a medium coverage, but you're not going to get a full coverage with just a beauty blender. They say that with our liquid foundation brush, as you can see, mine is highly used. You can get a medium coverage, which I'll go with that. They also say with the blending brush that you can get a full coverage. Now for me, I get a fuller coverage, and I think it really depends on skin. I really do think that. I get a fuller coverage out of this, but I do like our blending brush a bit. I am going to use this with CC cream today though. And not this, because I have a brush that I got in the mail last week that I'm going to be reviewing with that. So, doing all kinds of videos right now. So, I'm going to take our CC cream, and I've already prepped my face, like I said. And I'm going to take a little bit, got kind of stuck, so I'm going to put that on the brush. I've never used this brush for a CC cream, but I'm just showing you what the CC cream does. So you can see, you know, what my red face looks like. My brush I would usually use for this is dirty, so I haven't cleaned it. So you can tell the difference. But usually if I'm really red, like today, I will use a little more on my cheek area and my nose area. And like, this isn't even sunburn. Like, you see how naturally red I am? Imagine what this looks like when I'm sunburned. My skin has changed so much the older I've gotten. So what I am gonna do though, and you can tell a difference for sure. But you can definitely see a difference in what a color corrector does and what a foundation does, because I'm fixing to show you. So I'm using a Lori Hogg brush. She is a ambassador for Mary Kay. She's a big time makeup artist. I love her. This is her deluxe round buffer. I got 4 of her brushes in the mail recently, and I have actually used these 3. These are 2 eyebrow brushes, and what's so funny is I really needed some new eyebrow brushes. Mine is worn out, like literally worn out, and these are perfect. I was so excited. She's a woman of God, so I just know that the Lord spoke to her about that, or maybe her assistant, I'm not really sure. So this brush I've used a couple of times. It's magnificent. I haven't used this one yet, so I'm going to try to use, it's an eye brush, so I'm going to try to use it today in one of these tip videos. Before today, I'm going to show you the difference on half of my face of using a foundation as opposed to a CC cream, so you can see the difference. So this is our matte 3D foundation, and this is Ivory Warm 130. I'm actually an Ivory Cool 110. I'm ready to get in the sun, so I'm back to this. And really, this was a pretty light color for me, so I've been really surprised. So I don't usually put it right on the brush. I usually put it out on my hand, but I'm trying to be fast because these are supposed to be tip vids, not See how it doesn't match exactly with my... This is one of the best buffing brushes I have ever used in my life. I'm trying to have a line down straight my face, but I didn't, I got a little too much product for that, so. Y'all, I'm so pasty. And it didn't take a pandemic for me to be that way. So, about pores, you definitely want to use a brush in your bigger pore area because it helps really get the product down in there, as opposed to this just kind of puts it on top of it. So you can actually end up seeing your pores. In my opinion, when I do this and when I do this on other people, you can see it more when you've done it this way instead of using a brush. I always advise people to use a brush for application and then pat it in with... I feel like this light and what this looks like on me is two different, very different things. But so here is just a CC cream, and you know that it's... I shouldn't have done that, so you can see, like, you can see a little pore right there. But before I put that over there and was like stippling it in like this, and I have to do that in my chin area too, because you can see I have more like indentions. They're not pores on my chin, they're like indentions. But you can see this is just color correcting. Like you can see the difference in my nose in this, and like even under my eyes. And then this is the foundation and CC cream side. So I feel like you can see the difference, and you may not understand the difference when you're trying to find out the difference, but that is a big difference between a lighter coverage and a fuller coverage. So with my lighter foundation, I just warm my face up with bronzer. Bronzing is what Tati calls it. Tati is one of my favorite makeup artists on YouTube to watch also. I have my favorites. Of course, Lori Hogg is an ambassador for Mary Kay, so she's great to watch because she uses Mary Kay products. She doesn't use, I mean, she does use Mary Kay brushes, but she has a full collection of brushes also. And now I have 4 of them, and I want the whole collection, so there's that. So instead of a wiping motion around your heavy pore area, you want to do a patting motion like that. And then I just always, and then if I do have like a little bit of a breakout by chance, I will put product on my sponge and tap that extra in wherever that spot is. Alrighty, there's that. Hope you enjoyed this tip of the difference. It's not really a tip, it's more like a hack. Difference in a CC cream and a foundation.